guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey and today's video, this is what we're going to be talking about today. It's probably blinding yet, but this is the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Thirsty palette. I think it's pretty much sold out everywhere, but I will leave a link in the description box for Beauty Bay if you're in the UK of where to get it. And yeah, I think that instead of rambling on, we're going to do some swatches. I did create this eye look with it and I will include some clips and stuff from that just so you can see how it applies to the eyes. And oh, that rhymed. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you want to see my honest, no bullshit review on the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette, then just keep watching. Okay, so this just came in today and we actually in the UK through Beauty Bay, we did a pre-order and it was supposed to take like 10 days or something like that. I think I put in my order on the 16th. 16th was launch day, wasn't it? Yeah. And then it shipped out on like the 21st or something like that. So I missed the post on Saturday and that's just because of where I live. So it arrived today, which is Monday. And yeah, so that is the outer box, which is sort of like a goldy orangey colour and it's got those droplets on it. Then the inside box is sort of more of a yellowy orange and it's got the kind of droplets on it as well. I think the packaging is awesome. I will say this is the first palette I've ever gotten from Jeffree Star. You open it up, it did have a sort of protected bit on the mirror, but I peeled that off because I'm one of these people who just can't not peel them off. It's like when you get a new phone and you've got that screen protector on it, I just have to peel it off, otherwise it drives me insane. And then they've got obviously the little bit of plastic that protects the shadows and keeps the mirror and all that clean. And then opening it up, you can see that it's got a pretty bomb mirror. I think that if you were traveling, this would be an awesome mirror to use. And then of course we've got all of the shades. So this is a 15 shade palette and the thing I will say that drew me to this palette was the yellow. It's the first thing. I know a lot of people are coming out with yellows now, but it's the, like when I seen it I was like, I need to have that. Because I was going to get the Blood Sugar palette but I missed it, and then obviously the restock came when this launched and I thought, I know I'd prefer the Thirsty palette to the Blood Sugar palette. Anyway, as we know, Jeffree Star is cruelty free and he's vegan as well. Well, he's not vegan, but his products are vegan. So this is cruelty free and I'm pretty sure it's vegan as well. So each pan on this, it says, is 0.069 ounces, which is 1.95 grams. And via Beauty Bay, I paid £45 for it. Now, because it was free shipping, all I paid was £45, so that's not too bad. These shades all up here I actually really like and I am really drawn to, but because I really fancied using this shades, just because I feel like everybody's been using these shades, so I haven't actually used them yet, but going by how these ones performed, I think they're going to be spectacular as well. Keep an eye out as well on my channel. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe because I will probably be reaching for this quite a lot. I want to try a couple of more neutral looks with it because I actually think that some of the tones in here will make some beautiful neutral looks. So, before I completely run out of things to say, I guess we'll just crack on to the swatches. The first swatch is Parched, and that you really can't see on my skin tone. It is literally just the perfect sort of all over lid shade, or just to lighten up a little bit if you've made a mistake or anything like that. These shadows all feel very soft. So the next one is Taste Buds, and Taste Buds, you need to build it up a little bit, but it's obviously the same sort of texture and it is really pretty as well. So moving on, we've got Bitch. Now Bitch actually swatches a lot better than Taste Buds and it's such a kind of intense coral. Do you know what actually reminds me quite a lot of the Watermelon Soda liquid lipstick? Next we have Kumquat, and Kumquat actually comes off a lot more orange than in the pan. It's sort of more kind of an orangey terracotta than it looks. It looks sort of more brown in the pan. I actually really like the colour it comes out. Next one we've got is Stroke, and Stroke is just a really sort of muted brick red, I would say. It's a very, very warm toned brown, but it's got a lot of sort of red tones in it. And I'm going to go on and keep doing the mattes before I move on to the shimmers. And the next one is Subtle. This one I have sort of just on the very outer edge, just to sort of blend splash out away into nothing, and it actually worked like a dream. Like I say, will include clips, so I'll probably overlay it on this video just now of how it applied, and it just applied like a dream. The next one we have is Quench, and that's the yellow, and even just for one swatch you can see that it is really quite an intense yellow, but it can be built up and be made to be really, really intense. It doesn't come off that sort of mustardy colour, it's really, really nice and vibrant. Next is Submerge, and this one is absolutely stunning, sort of aquamarine blue colour, and it's not even streaky in the slightest. It is really, really vibrant. I think that building it up a little bit more, you'd probably make it a little bit more vibrant. Next is Splash, and I'm wearing Splash just now. Splash is what I have sort of all over my lid, and I noticed that it comes up really nice and light and bright, and then if you sort of blend it into or mix it into Subtle a little bit, it sort of deepens it up just really nicely and makes it sort of just a little bit more rich in colour, so I really, really like that about it. And the last matte shade is Drizzle. Drizzle's a little bit more sort of, it's not quite as smooth, you do have to sort of blend it a little bit, but that's with a finger swatch. I haven't actually used it on my eyes or anything like that yet, so it's just a sort of really rich, cool toned brown. It's a really, really nice shade. So onto the middle row, we've got sort of pressed glitter formulas. He said that this is like an all new formula. They're pressed in a different way. It's something that we've never seen before. I have only really used Filthy Rich. I have that on the inner portion of my eyes today. That's basically the sort of halo look that I've got going on just now. It's a little bit of a Quench at the edges, but mostly that's just Filthy Rich. First one is Devayne, and it's like liquid metal. It's just so shiny without being chunky. I've never seen anything like it before. I would say with this one, best applied with your finger, just because of the formula that it is. You do have to really kind of build it up with a brush. I'll probably do that in the swatches just to show you, so you're probably seeing that right now. But with your fingertip, it's just phenomenal. It really is. Next we have Filthy Rich. It's a little bit more on the chunky side, but it's really, really kind of strange. It's like gold with specks of silver in it, with specks of gold in it, but the base is really gold. It's a really, really pretty shade. It's something completely different from anything I've ever seen. And this one is a little bit easier to apply with a brush. You just have to build it up a little bit. And then that's taken us on to Lick. Lick is more of a straight up metallic shade, a little bit more like Devayne. It's really, really coppery. It's not chunky in the slightest. It's really smooth, so it is a little bit more difficult to pick up with a brush as well. Next we've got Snatched, and in my palette it looks like this one's like really, really full, but this one is a wee bit more like Filthy Rich. It's got a really coppery, browny base in it, and it's got a lot of sort of silver sparkle in it as well, so this one will be a little bit easier to pick up with a brush, but you will have to sort of layer it up a little bit. And last but not least, we've got Plunged. Same idea again, it's a lot more brown of a base, and then it's got that sort of really nice silver sparkle in it, but that makes it that little bit easier to pick up, so you can apply it quite easily with a brush. So that is all the swatches for you. Obviously you can see that the eye look that I'm wearing just now. I've put in a couple of little clips of me applying this. I'm so glad that I got this palette. I was kind of going back and forth. I couldn't really decide definitely, because I did want to hold out and get the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and I'm actually really quite relieved that they've delayed the launch, because it gives me time to be able to then recuperate some money so that I can go and buy that as well, because I really didn't want to have to pick between these. But the middle row of this just intrigued me so much, and the fact that that bottom row was full of those blues and yellows, I just couldn't resist, and I am so glad that I got this palette. So I mean, I can't exactly say that all of his other palettes are fantastic because I've never tried them, but it would actually tempt me now to go and try some of his other palettes. If they were the same sort of quality as this, then I know that I would definitely enjoy them. I cannot wait to try out some more looks with it. I can't wait to play with it a little bit more. And obviously if you're subscribed, or if you do subscribe, then you'll be able to see all of the looks that I come up with from this palette. Hopefully it won't be like all this palette, but I can't make any promises. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will leave a little sort of description in the description box saying how well these lasted through the day, because I do have hooded eyes and sometimes they do tend to crease and they do tend to wear off quite quickly. So I'll let you know how long it lasted and how well it lasted. But if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and hopefully I will be obviously getting the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and I have the Colourpop No Filter foundation on order as well to review for you, so don't forget to check back for that as well. But apart from that, I think that's it, so hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!